This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister in Imperium Chambers. Thank you for tuning in for my channel. Please subscribe and hit the notification button for any up-to-date immigration news. If you need any immigration advice or you have an immigration problem, then please get in touch with me and I'll do my best to help you. Today we're looking at a serious issue which affects many of my clients. This is the Home Office fees and how to avoid paying for them if you're able to avoid paying for them. It is often the case that the Home Office fees themselves cost more than a lawyer's fees. So it is worth knowing whether you are or can be exempt from paying such fees. They can amount to not insubstantial sum of £12,000 or so for a family of 4. So this video is well worth watching, as I'll be explaining what you can and cannot do. Unfortunately, the fees for applying for leave to remain are extremely high. An average human rights application, which will lead to a 2.5-year visa, costs £1,048. That sounds reasonable enough until you add the immigration and health surcharge of some £1,560 to it. It therefore costs almost £2,600 to apply for a standard visa, which you will need to renew in 2.5 years' time. That is even before we consider the costs of the English language test, which are a requirement for most visas, the extra charge some people want for priority consideration, which could cost £500 or £800 per application, and then of course there's the lawyer's fees to go on top of it, which is necessary, not just to pay me but to pay any good lawyer. The good news is that it's possible to get a fee waiver of these fees if you cannot afford them. Obviously this is not something that the Home Office is supporting willingly, and it is only following 3 major court cases over the last few years that fee waivers have actually become possible. The test that needs to be met to get what is called a fee waiver has become less strict in recent years. Overall they're a good thing, and it's something to be celebrated that the courts have seen this. Fee waiver applications count as immigration applications for the purposes of Section 3C of the Immigration Act, meaning that if you submit a fee waiver application before your previous application expires, your leave continues. Once you have had the response to your fee waiver application, you have 10 days to make your application before your Section 3C leave comes to an end. So it gives you a bit of time. So what do you need to show to get a fee waiver to avoid these huge fees? Well, the 4 criteria the Home Office have to consider by law are whether you can afford the fee, the most important one, whether you are destitute, whether you're at risk of imminent destitution, and whether your income is not enough to meet a child's particular and essential additional needs. The main ones there are whether you can afford it and whether or not there are children and whether they will suffer. What is important to note is that recent clarification and updates in Home Office guidance is that it is enough to show that you cannot afford the fee. So, how do you do this? You can't just say I can't afford it. The Home Office wouldn't accept that. As a minimum, you will need to submit around 6 months bank statements for all accounts you have in the UK. If you do not do this, the Home Office are likely to refuse the application because they do credit checks on people. You may also need to submit letters from friends and family who support you financially or provide you with accommodation and confirm this and explain why they cannot afford to pay the fee. It seems a bit unreasonable to expect someone that's doing you a good turn to pay the fee, but that's the Home Office for you. In our experience, the caseworkers who consider fee waiver applications can be and are sympathetic and patient. Often they write back and they contact us if they need further information, and are often willing to extend deadlines if we need to get further evidence from them. It is a rare example of the Home Office being patient-friendly and accommodating. So a fee waiver application is not something that needs to scare you, and it's not something that if you make it is going to break your leave. It is unfortunate that the fee waiver, the people that consider the fee waiver applications don't have anything to do with considering the actual substantive applications, otherwise there will be a lot more people being granted leave to remain. But anyway, this is just a very short video to say that fee waivers are available, they can be applied for, and the test is affordability, not some higher test as the Home Office used to try and argue, which is that you would have to be destitute or at risk of destitution. So if you are thinking about making a Home Office application, it is worth considering whether you actually do need to or can afford to pay the Home Office fee. If you are in any doubt whatsoever about this, please contact me and I'll do my level best to help you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please do stay safe. The coronavirus is on the uptake at the moment, and please obviously tune in for further videos. Thank you again. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.